Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George, last movie was really good. It was really freaking good.
My expectations are high.
Yes.
I know we're probably going to have to reset somewhat in
Our
the establishing of new things and stuff.
True.
May not necessarily, I think it could still be really high quality, but last movie was the culmination of a lot of foreshadowing and lore building and all that stuff. So we're going to have to reset that. We're going to have to, is there any pending? There's no pending stuff.
Not really. No, not really. Maybe something with his parents, but even then it's there's not a lot to go off of, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There needs to be a lot more build up now. We're gonna have to accept that there's, because the movie before was just all payoffs basically.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it was 100% payoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was worth it. It was really good.
It was really good.
So I'm glad we watched it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this makes I'm coming in with not expectations lowered, because again, I still feel like it could be really good quality, but with correct expectations. But I feel like the movie after this one, we can start getting some payoffs again.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm really interested to see how they do it, how they pull it off.
I'm really, really curious to see this movie in particular, because last movie was okay, it's going to be about Shoko. It's known quantity. Now I feel like we're truly in the unknown of unknown territories. Not only is this going to be about stuff that we can't anticipate, but this is a new timeline as well. We're in technically a new timeline. Now it's mostly the same, maybe, I guess, but there is some stuff that is different. So are we going to be tackling those differences, or are we just going to continue on nothing happened kind of thing, right?
Yeah, he remembers the other timeline, and so does Shoko.
Right.
But nobody else potentially does.
Right. Because Shoko,
so it's
I had a realization when I was putting the editing together, is Shoko, of course Shoko remembers, because she always remembers when she's reset things, right? That's her whole thing, is that she's able to bring the past back, or the future, I guess, back to the present. And so we thought oh, does she remember when she was at the beach at the end? It's of course she does. That was the whole thing, is that she rewound things to the present. And then
she dreamt about it.
She dreamt it all, right? And she was the one who caused it to be. And that's why she was able to have a difference she was able to confront the present now, that she had experienced the future. And she's listen, I'm just going to have to hit the present with my full person and my full purpose, and just move forward and so it's possible that the way that the sickness went wasn't even actually how it was going to go, because it was all a dream. It wasn't the real future, right? Maybe she was so afraid she didn't want to confront what could happen, and then she experienced a future that never would happen, right? And so then she with a newfound sense of purpose and encouragement of herself, she's able to trudge forward, and then, things turned out better than she expected, and she was okay. And then that's when she sees Sakuta. Sakuta remembers, and she's obviously freaking shocked, oh my gosh, he remembers, this is amazing, right? So anyways, but yeah, so this will be really interesting. My fear is that it just won't be as good, because the last movie was honestly incredible. It was so good. So I really hope that this, I just really want to walk away from this movie being oh yeah, that was sick, that was awesome. Maybe not as good. I'm so
glad we were wrong. Yeah. Even if they're of equal quality, payoffs versus build up are
right
on two separate tiers. There's just no comparing them and stuff. So I hope it's the same level of quality. I feel I'm still gonna enjoy it. We're both gonna enjoy it. But yeah, you said, last movie was all payoffs, and it really was.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. But I'm excited nonetheless. I'm really excited, and I'm excited for the movie after this, like I said, because I feel we'll get, maybe not completely, and maybe some of it leads into season 2, but I feel we'll get some payoffs.
Do you think
movie.
it seems like you're suggesting that this movie is going to be a lot of build up and not a lot of payoffs, and the next movie will tackle it, or do you think this is going to be its own self-contained story?
I feel like this will be like a 3-episode run where there's like some threads that continue, but it's going to be wrapped within its own puberty syndrome thing, right? Like its own resolution. But there'll be things that like don't get resolved this movie that will get resolved next movie, or get resolved finally in season 2.
Are these like seeds that they've planted here and there, or are these like major like plot points?
I'm gonna say major. Like the Shoko thing didn't become a major plot point till way later on, but it started like as a little seed, right? It's just like, oh, weird. This one girl, like he talked to her and then she's gone and no one knows who she is, blah, 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 blah. And then like, how long was it till she appeared in like the little
it's like
self with the cat?
Oh,
like,
it was like halfway through the season, I want to say.
Yeah. So like until then I would have thought, oh, that's like a weird thing, because I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but I don't think they mentioned her again after he talked about her that one time, right?
Not really, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like it's going to be things like that. Things that are like, oh, interesting, but
like
we won't get
breadcrumbing here or there, not like a big plot point that they're like, we're going to save this for later, lol. Okay,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see.
Right.
Maybe
yeah,
the fact that they chose to do this section of the story as a movie means that it's going to have its own build up and payoff. Amazing stuff within this whole thing. Who knows? Maybe it's all self-contained. But
that's true. They got the time for it. That's for sure. All right, George. Let's chow down another frickin' movie. Oh my gosh,
let's do it.
Movie central.
I got some grapes this time, so I have like something to munch on.
Dang it! I should have got something. Oh well. Maybe halfway through we'll take an intermission.
Next movie, or maybe that. Yeah, true. All
right, let's do it.
That was an interesting pattern.
Yeah, isn't that the thing they do at the intermission? What is happening?
Oh.
Bro, are they going to cover puberty syndrome? Oh, yeah, it is the thing that they do.
Huh.
Dream of a sister
venturing out.
It's about Kaede.
No way.
Oh. That's Mai.
Yeah, it's like a little Mai.
I put on a few years.
Old men.
Old men?
Yes, it's that simple.
Yeah, right. Did this happen, I wonder?
I don't know.
No, it couldn't. I'm so stupid. Of course it couldn't have happened. Their ages are totally different. She's older than him.
True. Earth to... Oh. Oh. What?
Uh-oh. He's sleeping in class?
Oh, true. Oh my gosh.
Sakuta's whipped. Oh my god.
That look, dude.
Oh boy.
So then, okay, that confirms then for a fact that almost all the... It's like really similar timeline.
Yeah.
Shoko, yeah, okay. Really similar. Good to know.
Kaede's being so weird.
Yeah. Outing like a blowfish, what?
That's a very like Japanese way of being upset for girls, like puffing out your cheeks. I don't know if it's like I've seen girls in real life do that. I don't know how much of like a common thing of it is. If like only certain types of people are doing it, but it's like it's very common, at least in anime, as like a very cutesy kind of thing. So like you get upset, and you're just like I'm so bad, I'm gonna puff out my cheeks. Oh, poor freaking Kaede, dude.
That sucks. Seems like she doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, it's a matter of what you can manage, though, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's go!
Okay.
Oh, this lady's nice.
She wants to go to school with him?
Oh. What?
So.
Oh. That's why.
Geez. Try anyways. How does it work? Like, maybe you didn't go to high school there, obviously, but like, you have to take an entrance exam to get into a high school?
Yep, in some high schools. Yep, I've talked to students who are like trying to get into certain high schools or taking certain tests. Yeah, I've heard of stuff like that. There's even, I mean, all of the university and colleges, from what I understand, have like entrance exams and stuff, and they take it super freaking seriously. They prepare, like their last year of high school is like basically all prepping for college exams.
Yeah, like I still have my issues with that, but I can see that more than like high school, dude. Like, high school, what the frick?
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Sakuta, you just gotta freaking study with her. You gotta help her out.
Yeah, like.
Oh.
Some pudding. No, like the counselor has a tough job too, though, because she has to like try and set expectations as well.
Dang. He's just abdicating his whole responsibility with Kaede. That's crazy.
Yeah, what? Like, I know he's got probably his hands full with his mom, but
I guess they're trying to tackle the family together in a sense, right?
Oh yeah, he's probably relying on him a lot.
Yeah. Oh, frick. She's like forcing his hand then.
Oh my gosh.
She took her shoe off to step on him this time? That's crazy. Oh, he's meeting her. Huh. Kunami's like, huh?
The dude. Yeah, older.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's nice that Kaede can have a friend her age.
Yeah, true.
Oh, she's tutoring her too. Oh.
Do it. Try it.
Do it. Come on.
Like if they reject you, like
he's been meeting with her, with that other lady to get it figured out, to get a plan.
True.
That's right. That's what he's got this for. Dang, is like some of her freaking... Yeah, I wonder if some of her feelings are carried over from old Kaede.
Maybe. Yeah, like they merged.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't fully catch up. So even if she doesn't remember the knowledge...
Yeah, she forgets learning with futaba, but the things that she learned, she does retain.
Interesting.
Yeah, super interesting, right? Super interesting.
In a big bed.
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
Yeah, it's just a dream. Bro.
Wow, she's got faith in him in that at least.
I mean, he's done it many times before. Than anything. Exactly.
Fair. All right.
Dang, he's such a good brother, dude. He's studying so much.
Not that. So it does matter to her.
Oh my gosh.
Bro,
Oh my
he keeps
gosh.
saying that to her,
You
dude.
mean more? Oh, she's going with Mai. Wow, look at this outfit. Dang, that's a good look. Dang.
Oh, she hadn't had dinner still?
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Oh. Interesting. Oh.
Yeah, this is like looking more and more like a blend of the two.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Dang, my son looks fantastic.
This guy.
Take that look 24/7 now, please. Thank you. No. Oh, frick. Oh. Okay.
Why is he not being honest about this, I wonder? I mean, that's what she should do.
Yep.
Well, I guess, but like, it's
Yeah.
better not even trying in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, so this like informational session that they're going to isn't for the full-time school, it's for the remote school.
It's for the remote school, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like a hybrid school or what, but this is clearly the remote school. So, Sakuta is going to this to just kind of figure out the options.
Learn about it.
That's
Yeah.
why he's not telling Kaede about this, because he doesn't want Kaede to know, right? That he's getting everything prepared just in case. Huh. Well, it's worked for some people, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Bro.
Why
he
say
said
that out loud?
What the heck?
They fell asleep? Oh.
Dang, she's really trying.
Yeah, she is. She still comes in. Oh my gosh.
Bro, oh, he's... She knows something's up.
What a thing to say. Oh, what the frick?
She knew.
Yeah, that's a good question. But he lied anyways. Oh, that's okay, that's fair. Yeah. Oh boy.
Bro. Worst.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Did she not show up? She better have come.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No. Oh. Oh. She been wandering around?
It is. Okay. You want to make sure she at least made it to the school.
Yeah, has she been here though?
Which is good.
Has she been wandering around in circles, I wonder? Trying to like... Oh,
it looks like she just got here.
Oh boy, she's so fucking
gosh, she's
nervous.
so nervous.
Well, she's doing it though. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting, actually, that she recognizes on one hand that it's like a simple thing, but she also obviously experiences such like great discomfort and difficulty doing it. Huh, I didn't know if she would feel both of those things. Like, she obviously feels the one, but she recognizes the other. That's interesting. What?
She's still getting it. What? So her thing isn't even resolved.
Yeah, that's a good question. It was the other Kaede's dream?
Maybe. He's a good brother.
Oh.
Fair.
Oh. Fucking tragic.
Yeah.
Okay. Frickin' study montage, let's go. Oh man, I really hope she gets in.
Dude, the worst part is that, like, she could do all this and still fail. Like, it's not guaranteed.
To be fair, though, she's gonna need this catch-up study anyways, and she's gonna need...
Oh,
like,
it's good for her regardless, yes.
Right.
I'm just saying, like,
but yes,
the very realistic scenario is she does all this for nothing.
Yes, the extra effort could go to waste, so to speak, right.
Seems like she's getting it, though.
Yeah. 84! Or, sorry, 89, not 4. 89, that's amazing.
Oh, so the checks are for wrong, the circles are for correct.
That's why I was getting
freaking
confused. That's what it was. We finally got it. Commenters can rest in peace knowing that finally Graham understood it. Okay, yes. So the checks are bad. The circles are good. That's why I knew there was some
I mean, it's been forever since I've been to school, but the checks were usually correct.
The checks are always correct. And the people will exit if it's not correct.
Exit. Yeah. Or it would be unmarked. And if I got something wrong, it would be circled. And it would be only circles. Yeah.
Right.
I think that's how it was.
Exam day.
Exam day.
It's been 16 days. It was like the 25th not so long ago. Like 20 days.
Fuel up for the exam. Get a good breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Good.
She gonna be full of bruises?
Good guy Sakuta. Oh gosh, don't say that.
Oh, okay.
What?
So are they the same or are they better?
Oh, he made her lunch.
Made her lunch. Dude, he's a good brother.
No kidding.
Here we go, bro.
Go, Kaede. Let's
who's
go.
That? Or is that him?
That's him.
That was him.
I was gonna say, he loves saying that.
Did everything you could, so go do everything you can.
Yeah.
I like that saying.
Oh. She's gonna do it. Oh.
This is a big step for her. She's going to school for the exam.
Yes.
By herself.
Yeah. Oh. Not in a sexual way. We got him. Oh man, these freaking big jackets, the big jacket that she's wearing reminds me of all the shoots that I've done in like the cold freaking winter. Cause like you'll have a shoot, you'll obviously have to go on camera and not wear that jacket. But then the second the camera stop rolling between takes, they just like rush out and they'll put the coat on you because it's freaking so cold. Oh my gosh. So awful. Righty. Unknown number. Oh no, no, no.
Uh-oh. Oh no, dude.
She got sick.
Oh, bro, the anxiety as you're waiting.
Nothing you can do but wait.
That's the worst.
She'll be okay. She'll be fine. A little embarrassed, probably.
Oh, he's trying to compose himself.
Yeah, right? Yeah, true.
Oh, man. Imagine she like it's like food poisoning. That would suck. Oh man. And she got bruises or what?
She got scared?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez, just from that, that's so freaking tragic.
Had like a panic attack? That's sad, dude. What? Dude.
Oh man, that's freaking rough. Oh. Holy frick.
That sucks, dude.
Holy frick, dude. That's so sad.
No! Don't. He's not gonna say no right away. And it's gonna confirm it for her. What's he gonna do?
No, he's pissed.
Maybe. Oh, whoa.
No, you cannot come in. Has a huge head.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He's got a freaking tall head. Oh, this opportunity has been squandered, dude.
That's what I freaking knew it.
That's why.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I freaking knew it. I don't know if I said it out loud, but I freaking thought this near the beginning.
I think you said it, yeah.
I freaking knew it. She did all of this for the other Kaede. Frick, dude. Sakuta, you better freaking set things straight with her.
Yeah.
No,
Come on,
stop.
talk.
Okay, thank you. Fucking sucked. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I wonder how cold they are. Everyone's like in like super thick coats.
Yeah, they're probably okay.
I guess they are
dancing around.
performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she went to this school. To the remote school.
Ah, this is the parallel he's making. True.
That'd almost be worse in a way. Is it though?
Yeah, exactly. She's different. That's a big, not only is this a big like thing for kids, but like in Japan especially, sticking out and standing out is like frickin' taboo, man. Like even to adulthood, like you need to be frickin' rank and file. Nobody wants to stand out kind of thing. Yeah, it's a big frickin' deal in Japan. Like it's not like nobody, is outside of that, but it's very much ingrained in the culture. And for better or for worse, like
That
there's
sucks.
lots of, it's a lot of good things that come from it, but
True.
it also has its own inherent problems, right? Just like how like everyone wanting to be different and special in North America, which is fine in some ways and kind of a mess in others, right? So
Yeah, it like you saying that like there's a trade-off. It's like it's making me think of there isn't as much pressure in North America to go to, well, there is pressure to go to school, but like there's no like entrance exams and all that stuff. Maybe unless you're like a private high school or whatever. But like the whole like, I still remember the pressure of like what are you gonna do after you graduate? Like what college are you gonna go to? Like what do you want to study and all that stuff? And I was like, bro, I don't know. I used to say doctor because it's just like the thought of being a doctor like kind of sounded cool.
Sure.
The thought of going to school for all those years did not sound cool at all. But like I would just say that to like get people off my back. And like I'm torn on the pressure because like on the one hand, I feel like a little bit of pressure is good. Otherwise, it's very easy to just like drift into complacency and like unless you have at that age, which most high schoolers don't, like this super innate like discipline to like, no, I'm gonna like go after this and all that stuff. Like if there wasn't like some amount of external pressure, a lot of people would just like, whatever. Like I'll worry about that later. I don't even know what I want to do and all that stuff, right? So like some pressure is good, but on the other hand, like I feel like it's too much because it's just like, bro, you're 18 going into 19. Yeah, you're technically an adult and like it's crazy like the amount of responsibility you now have like at the level of maturity that you are. But it's just like, dude, like so what if you take a few years, right? To like figure out what the heck you even want to do. There's like nothing wrong with that, right? And so like I don't know. I'm torn on it because I feel like the pressure's too much, but you can't step off the gas all the way because then a lot of people just wouldn't move on at the right time, right? Because you also don't want to wake up and be like, bro, what did I do the last like few decades? I haven't done like all my goals that I had for myself. Like I haven't even achieved either. Like, and that's also bad. And in many times it's even worse, right? Because like maybe too much pressure is the lesser of two evils in a sense, because like squandering your time also sucks and is bad. But yeah, I don't know. What you said made me think about that, right? Like everything has its trade-offs, its pros and cons.
100%. I've talked to just the nature of like my work and other stuff. I've talked to a lot of Japanese students, and a lot of them have talked about how there is this kind of sterile feel to education in Japan and how they kind of envy a lot of the more creative freeform aspects of education in America. And I say, yeah, for sure, it's definitely a problem. However, if you're going too free form, if you're going too loosey goosey on the other end, like then it's like grades matter less. You know, passing's not a big deal. Getting educated is not. It's all about feels and vibes, and being creative and doing your own thing and doing what you want. It's like the other extreme of that's not good either. So yeah, I mean, it seems like on the surface, like, oh yeah, well, it's better to be creative and open and free, but like, well, you don't want to be too free. You don't want to have so little structure and rules that you like you said, you just sit around and you just don't achieve anything, right? I know that for me, I do my best work when there's freaking pressure, when there's a deadline, when I have to do something. I'll freaking grab the ground and scratch my nails as I'm kicked and dragged to the deadline or by the deadline. But that's how I'm just a procrastinator. That's just how it fucking goes. Like, I need that. If I don't have that, then I'm fricked. I don't have the discipline. And maybe if I had grown up somewhere in Japan, then I would have gained that discipline, but I just didn't get that freaking discipline. So I have to be, led kicking and screaming. And so in some ways, I've told the Japanese kids, like, listen, I envy your ability to study. Like, you guys can study. When you need to do something, you study and you do it because you have that discipline. Yeah. And it's not that you can't develop it, but like in those formative years, growing up and going through school definitely does a lot to impact your ability and capacity for that kind of discipline. So yeah, it's tough. There's no real right answer. And probably, as is most things in life, the best option is a balance of having good structure, but opportunities for creativity and freedom, so you can express yourself and learn about who you are and what you like and stuff like that. So yeah,
it's way easier to develop that kind of discipline, like being a student or whatever, because you have other people, like you have your parents, your teachers, your school counselor, coach, whatever, like kind of forcing you to do that, right? And like, it is possible to like freaking close your eyes, close your ears, and shut off like that lesson, the discipline lesson, completely. And so you could come out of that completely undisciplined, right?
Sure.
And like all that stuff. But it is much easier to like, through repetitive exposure to it, to like slowly develop that within yourself. So yeah, I agree. It's like, it's easier only in the sense that like there's other people doing part of the legwork for you when you're younger.
True. Yeah, because
they're instilling that on you.
The other thing is, like, you're a kid and you don't know any better, right? You don't know that like there is literally the option of you just not doing it. Like, it's obviously the worst option you could imagine. But like as a kid, you're like, this is the way it is, and I have to do this. Like, there's societal pressure of all the people around you, and that's good. I think that's generally a good thing, right? Like, it forces you to develop those skills. Like, even like you said, like, if you're forced every step of the way and you do it just because of pure force and obligation, you still at some level are gaining those skills of discipline because you're still doing the work. So like, even if you hated it, even if you resented it later, you have gotten something out of it. You've gotten those skills to be able to work hard in other aspects. And so, yeah, I think it's a catch-22 in a sense. I don't think if I had to choose, like you said, it makes sense to be like, oh no, well, the North American like way of doing it is better. I don't know. I lean on the side of like, it's not perfect at all, and there's lots of problems in Japanese society with this like way of thinking. But I think it's better to err on the side of like a little too much structure. Like I talked to some kids. I'm like, okay, what did you go to school today? Yes. What did you do after school? I went to cram school. Oh, so you finished school, high school for the day, then you went to cram school for a couple hours.
What is
after that? Cram school is like
cram school.
It's like extra school. Like it's just like a little class that you go to, and a teacher teaches you, or you go and study just by yourself in a classroom with everyone else. Yeah, it's like after school. Dang. It's crazy. And then they'll go home and do like homework, and then they'll have a couple hours at the end of the day where they're done. And it's like, holy frick, bro! Like that's too much. But like, if I ever have kids in Japan, which at this point is not looking likely, like I'll have my kids go to school and maybe do a bit of cram school to like build some work ethic, but I'm not going to do the insane stuff that I've seen some kids do. Like, some kids are like oh man, it's like they wake up at 7 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock. They go to school, and it's not until like 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night that they're like done with their stuff. It's just like, bro, that's maybe a little too much. So I don't know. But
yeah, like structure is needed, like even as an adult, as a child, all that stuff. Like I remember being like a teenager and like telling my parents like, well, why can't I do this? Like, why didn't you guys like let me be free? I didn't quite say let me be free, but that was essentially like the message, right? It's like,
sure.
Haven't I like earned your trust, like to do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, can't I go out like with girls and like all these things, right? Why can't I, right? And like, not that I couldn't, right? But there were like barriers around what I could do. And, like, you know, my mom and dad set me down, and they like, and it to this day, like I remember it wasn't like a one-time session. It was like through multiple months and years, really. It's like a lesson that they instilled in me over time, but they would like tell me like, listen, 0 rules doesn't actually make you free. Like if you could do everything you ever wanted to, like at some point a consequence is going to come that actually makes you less free than if you had a barrier around what you could do. Like, let's say you got a girl pregnant. What are you going to, like, you're 16. What are you freaking going to do? You're going to go out and get a job and try and support this child. You are now tethered to this other person for the rest of your life. Like, is that the same amount of freedom as if you choosing, right, to maybe like abstain from something like that? Or like, what if you got addicted to like alcohol or whatever, right? You go to these parties, there's drinking, you get addicted, you drive home drunk, you hit somebody, you go to jail. Where's the freedom in that, right? And like they used to like use these kind of sometimes somewhat extreme maybe, but also realistic examples of like like if you make this mistake now where you're like young, and even if like you make a mistake right now as you're an adult, if you go drunk driving and kill somebody and go to jail, you're not free, right? Like you could say, I should have the freedom to drink and drive. That's the ultimate, that's like, you would think initially that's removing barriers, that's making me more free. But no, like you're imposing on somebody else and you're not making them free, but also you're going to have consequences for yourself, and that's going to limit your freedom as well. And I'm saying freedom, but I forget the like words that I used when I was and when that they would use, but that's kind of how I'm remembering it. But yeah, so like you need structure. It can't just be loosey goosey, unbound, whatever, right? Like there needs to be some structure. Which is like kind of paradoxical for you to like truly be free and like able to do stuff.
100%. Having absolutely 0 rules and 0 structure is one of the worst things that could happen to you. Which is like, as you said, totally paradoxical. It doesn't make any freaking sense. But like I liken it, the way I like to think about this is I liken it to like a board game or a video game. Like, having restrictions in what you can do in a board game not only makes the board game what it is, like it literally wouldn't exist without like, you can't just do whatever the frick you want. Like it's literally a board game. It has like rules, but like also makes it fun. That's the restrictions is what makes it fun. In Uno, you can't just do whatever the hell you want. You have to follow the very strict rules that Uno has. And by playing by those rules, it makes the fun. That the fun only exists within the concept of the restrictions, which is like, that's a freaking mind-blowing revelation, right? Because you would think like, well, the less restrictions, then more fun exists, the more freedom, the more happiness. Like that's not how it freaking works, unfortunately. It's just like it's like open world game Elden Ring and more linear with some options Dark Souls. I think Dark Souls is more fun. I think it's a better game. I think I think Elden Ring's great, but like I like this more, right? Having that restriction.
But even Elden Ring has restrictions, right? You can't just like, I mean, unless you mod it, right? But you can't just like fly around, one shot the boss.
100%.
There's no fun in that, right?
That's
like
right,
maybe flying around, but one-shotting every boss is
it'd be fun for a minute, but then it'd be like kind of boring, right? Like having the restrictions, having like in that instance, especially the difficulty, and then not having like an easy mode or anything like that, lets you have to force yourself to do the thing that's difficult. And then, in my opinion, that's where the fun comes in, right? Even though it's freaking, you want to scratch your freaking eyes out because you're losing your mind fighting a boss. But like, anyways, the end of the thing is what I said, like there was the restrictions literally create the fun. The fun doesn't exist without the restrictions. Now, that's not the same for everything in life indefinitely, but for, I say, like a huge amount of things, restrictions are what cause fun to happen. And it seems quite paradoxical. But anyways.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk, everyone.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Nice. That's good at least.
Man, Sakuta's really going above and beyond.
Yeah. An interesting perspective.
No.
What a weird feeling, dude. You're like mourn the loss, but you're also glad that the real one's back.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to say, because I had the thought. Dude. Nobody says their feelings about stuff to other people enough. Okay? Sometimes I have that thought and I forget that people don't say it enough. But like, the classic thing is like, call your parents and tell them that you love them. I agree. That's great. You should do that. Anyone listening, just go take a second to go do that. But my thing personally is I think you should tell your friends that you love and appreciate them. Because I think the classic thing is your parents, and a lot of people just do that automatically anyways. And some people don't, and it's a good reminder. But I think telling your friends how much you appreciate them, and just tell them that you're not fucking going off the edge, because sometimes people are like, are you okay? But just like, I like going out of my way and just saying like, hey, you know what? I appreciate X, Y, or Z thing you do, or I just like having you in my life, or I don't compliment, or like going out of your way to compliment your friend, not just compliment a random person, because I think complimenting a random person is like fine, but I feel like there's not a lot of weight behind that. I feel like it's superfluous if you're just like, I'm gonna go out and make everyone stay happy by saying compliments, and to some degree that works for others, you know, more or less. But I think going and talking with your friends and just telling them how much they mean to you and how like something about them that you really like is just something we don't do enough. And whenever I think about it, I go out of my way and I'm just like, I gotta fucking just say something. I gotta go tell my friends how much I appreciate them and stuff. It just doesn't happen enough, okay? People don't say what they like about other people and tell them how happy they are with other people enough. And Sakuta needs to do the same thing here. He didn't say it. He should have said it. But it made me think of that. And I think it's such an important thing. And like, not enough people do that, in my opinion. So anyways,
I agree.
Random tangent.
At a normal level. What?
Oh my gosh, what a goof. I have respect for the pandas.
Huh.
Ah, so interesting.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if that's why the other one liked them as well. Shaking with her left hand. That's hilarious.
Dude, she is an excited girl.
Yeah.
I'll call you that in my heart. What?
This dude.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what is happening?
That's her mom?
Yeah. Dude, these girls are crazy. Dang, that would feel so sad.
Yeah, seriously. Thanks, so it runs in the family.
Yeah. Sakuta.
Oh, is this where he's always running?
I don't know, is it? Yeah, it looks like it actually. It's interesting.
Yeah? Like,
I know someone. I worked for someone a little bit when I first got to Japan in order to stay here and get a working visa, and I was doing some English teaching with kids. And I still know this person, and I've talked, semi-regularly to them, and they've talked about like this concept is kind of bubbling up more and more in Japan of like people kind of trying to get creative or reinvent some aspects of schooling for kids for like kids that it isn't working for. So it's interesting that they're touching on this because like these conversations that they're having, some of the things they're saying, I've literally talked to some like principals of small schools about of like, yeah, like rethinking how education has to be and what's important and like teaching kids things that like they don't teach in school, like, practical life skills instead of just like, another higher level of math that they'll never use kind of thing, right? Like obviously like a certain level of math is really important, but like when you're getting into quadratic equations, like is that really fucking important? No, maybe like learning how to do taxes could actually be important instead, right? Kind of thing. So this is super interesting actually.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about stuff like that too in America as well, like reforming school and like what things like should be taught, like lamenting that certain things aren't taught and all that stuff.
Sure.
And like I think across the board, like it's probably needed. Like I don't want to like disparage school because we have come like just as a planet, obviously there's room to grow in other places and even in America and Japan, but like school wise, like we've come a long way, right?
Yeah.
Like gone are the days where the majority of America or Japan was illiterate, right? Like that's like a huge freaking deal. But yeah, like school, a one size fit all school just
isn't as effective anymore. Yeah. Like I think maybe this is totally wrong. This is me just talking out of my freaking butt, but I feel like we've hit an educational point in society where it's just like we could learn even more without like the current traditional, like maybe it'll turn into something else, like maybe public school turns into something else, but like we could like we're hitting a point where it's like we could do better. Like we can evolve education to like a new level.
Yeah.
Like I know people like pretty close to me who have taken their kids out of school and they're doing homeschooling, and it's not like there's no like kind of special reason about it. It's just like they wanted to give it a shot. They wanted to try the homeschooling thing. And I was like, doesn't that sound like you have to like create your own curriculum and stuff like that? That doesn't sound like a good idea. Like I was kind of like sus on it. I was like, I don't know about this. But like you like can buy courses. Like there's whole like materials and courses and stuff you could buy. And they're like, oh yeah. So they learn the stuff that they would learn in like one day in like an hour. And it's just like, what? Like that seems pretty accelerated. That's crazy. And then you can spend all this other time doing other extra educational things or creative things or whatever. And it's worked out really well for them in a lot of ways. So it's super interesting. Like you're just so locked into the idea of like, well, school has to be this like place that you go, just like they're saying, a specific person, a specific place, a specific lesson, and that's it. But it's not the case. It's like way more dynamic than that. Like it's way more dynamic than I expect, like education for kids and stuff. It's super interesting.
Yeah, one of the things like I'm so fortunate that like the school that my son's going to is like a good school and stuff, and like his teachers are good and all that stuff. But like, and I've gone to like school, like not a lot, but some school board meetings like in my local city and stuff, and
like
I really try to do like my homework, I guess, because like there was a time where my wife and I like contemplated like, is homeschool the way to go? Like, we neither of us were homeschooled and all that stuff, but like just it was COVID was happening and stuff, and so we were like thinking like, well, I mean, like school now, if it's like what's gonna school become and all that stuff. Anyways, I don't have to get into the whole details behind it, but one of the things that I remember like going through school board meetings and stuff is teachers, and this is what they said, just like across America are just, there's a huge problem with motivation. There's like a lot of disrespect coming from the students, a lack of engagement from the parents, and like a lot of that is like parents, you know, right? Like I don't blame the parents for this, because your natural inclination should be like, bro, this is some strange adult that I don't like know versus my kid who I think I know, right? And
Sure.
But like the parents are at work all day, and there's like all these like problems start like mounting up and stuff. So like, I don't know what like the answer is to evolve school and allow for like parents' involvement as well. And like, there's a lot of problems where like, you know, sometimes there's only one parent in the home too, and there's no choice. Like they have to go and work and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to get too deep into it, but like I wish we could focus on the future, which is our kids, and like turn the attention and build our society around that, as opposed to whatever mess it's become now. But you know, that's a
100%.
bigger, broader conversation for another time. It's cool like that things like that are available.
Yeah.
The school that fits you.
Oh, frick. Wow. That's amazing.
Dang, dude. Everyone. Wow. Wise mom. Great perspective. Oh, and it looks like it clicked with her.
That's perfect for her.
Nice.
Aww.
Dang. Yeah, she's the one that said she wanted to hang out with her more.
Yep.
Right? Nice.
Oh, it's for her, the school.
Dang, that's cool. Okay, so she clearly decided. Oh, dang.
Wow.
For her to hear that? That's cool.
Crazy. Oh,
she's gonna answer it.
She's gonna answer the phone. Look at you.
Let's go. Oh, okay.
Oh, she kind of knows.
Got accepted? She was accepted there? What? No way! Dang.
In social media.
Now she's gotta choose not to go.
Yeah, she is. It's her choice now.
She was clearly, she was clearly excited about the remote school, I think.
There you go.
Good.
Good fucking job, Kaede. You love to see it. Oh, it's the mom.
Oh, there's the mom. Yeah. It's cool that she's getting a friend again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Come on, dude.
He's
an imposter.
That's crazy. That's beautiful. That's great. Wow.
All right.
Very good.
It was
what a
good.
happy ending.
This is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a very chill
Dang.
movie. It's also
Yeah.
hella online school propaganda. That's hilarious. If you told me that an online school paid for this movie to exist, I would believe you. That's funny.
I mean, yeah, like, but it works for some people, I'm sure.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I'm sure there's people who benefited. I know personally some people who didn't have as good a time with school because they had to do remote school during, the pandemic stuff. But it does work well for some people. So I personally had lots of problems going through school, and it's not because I was dumb. It's because I didn't want to do anything. I was super freaking lazy. So I remember having to get like a laptop for school back because I didn't like writing at all. I just refused to like write. I didn't like writing. It was very slow, cumbersome. My writing quality was bad. Terrible. Typing though, I was a freaking wizard. I'm like typing up all stuff. So I got a laptop for school back when like getting a laptop was something that nobody freaking did at all. Everyone was like, "What? You got a laptop? A computer that you can move?" Yeah, it was crazy. So like I get it. Even in high school, I failed so many classes. I remember in grade 11, the last grade being 12. I remember grade 11 going to a guidance counselor and talking with them with my parents, and they were like, "Listen, Graham has to pass every single class he has in grade 12 in order to graduate on time. But based on his track record, that's probably not going to happen." And they were like, "So we think he should probably do like grade 13 or prepare, like set up his classes so that he'll be ready for grade 13." And I said, "Frick that." I said, "No. I'm gonna graduate grade 12." And my parents and my guidance counselor were like, "Okay, bro, yeah, sure."
Sure, bro.
But I remember working not super hard, but working just enough to get through school. And I remember going to my one teacher, who was my IT teacher, and we fricked around like almost the whole time, like me and just the other kids in there. It was just a goofy time. I remember he told me, I went to him. It was one of the last things I did before I graduated high school. I went to him and he said, "Listen, you're a smart kid, but you didn't work very hard. You should have failed my class because you didn't work hard enough." And I was like,
"Oh boy."
But he was like, "But I saw the situation you were in, and I saw that if I didn't pass you, you would not be able to graduate. So I passed you just because, like, I know you could do it, but you freaking didn't." So he's like, "For me, you should try harder. Like, seriously, like you could do it. You just gotta try harder." And I was like, "All right, you know what? Respect that. I can respect that." I think my hard work leveled up a little bit that day. Not a lot, but a little bit.
You are lucky you didn't have a petty teacher.
Yes.
Because if they were petty, dude, they would have like used this as a way to get back at you.
Yes.
Dang. Yeah, I was like a decently like hardworking student. Because again, there was that whole pressure of like, well, after this, there a post-credit scene?
I think there is.
There is. Okay, I'll wait here for a little bit. This has got to be a real place, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. No way.
They brought it up again. That's crazy. I totally forgot about this just now.
What?
Knapsack Kid. Oh, what the frick, bro?
Okay. Interesting.
Interesting is right.
I thought it was, I guess, of course they'd like bring it up again.
Yeah,
I thought they were just like, oh, it's just a dream, whatever, ignore
like a red
it,
herring.
right? But
no. Interesting. All right, so something with my next movie. Very interesting. What is that all about? She doesn't want to grow up?
Yeah, maybe it's the fact that she's like graduating, but she doesn't actually want to graduate yet.
Yeah. Maybe.
But she opted to like graduate a year early, no? Isn't that what her like whole test stuff was about?
And she's going to. No, she was going to do the entrance exam, but then she's going to like lay off her entering school for a year. I believe it was.
Oh, that's what it does. Okay.
Yeah, instead of going to school right away, so that they can go together at the same time.
Okay.
So. Yeah. What were you saying earlier?
Weird. Oh, I was just saying, yeah, like that, like the pressure of like, bro, you got to go to college worked on me.
There you go.
And like, you know, and again, I'm not mad about it because I probably would have goofed off and slacked off. Like, and yeah, I don't know. And it did, again, like, it taught me discipline. It taught me like, no, you like, yeah, you want to go and get on Xbox Live and talk crap on Halo 2 and like freaking
yes.
Or you do your homework and like the parents take away, you know, or the GameCube. They take away the GameCube and you can only play GameCube on Saturdays. But why, Mom? I want to play GameCube right now. So, no, you can only do it on Saturdays. And if you do your homework and you do your chores, and it's like, but like now I'm just like, I want to do X thing, but Y comes first, right? Like I want to have fun, but I got my responsibilities and I can't not do my responsibilities. Not only now, like, do I depend on me? Like, there's other people that depend on me.
Sure.
And so it's like,
well,
so now I'm grateful for it. Growing up, I was like, bro, this is the dumbest thing. Why can't I don't have any more homework, okay? Just some arbitrary rule that we can only play it on the weekends. This is so stupid.
It's so stupid.
It's like, that's the rule.
Well,
it's like, no.
Any young people in the audience, take notes, because George says that the pressure worked on him and he went to school. Pressure did not work on me at all. I did not go to school right away. I went to school much later. Well, thankfully, though, we met in college, so that's pretty good. True. Right? Yeah. And I went to 2 years of school, and I was like, that's it for me, bro. I'm done. It's never again. I'm never going to fucking school again. That was all I wanted to do. I couldn't handle anymore. I just don't like school. I like working. I like making money and gaining experience in a field. That's what I like. If I'm going to learn something, I'll do it on my own freaking time. But you also said like, well, there was a choice between just playing Xbox all day or doing your homework. Take note, everyone. He's the guy who picked the homework. I'm the guy who decided to play the Xbox, okay? So choose which way, Western man, do you want to go?
Oh my gosh.
Because George is married with kids, and I'm a single man living my best life in Japan. So just decide what freaking outcome you want.
I mean, honestly, like I'm sure there's like a majority of people who would prefer your path, to be honest.
Sure, some people might actually. Yep, it's you know, it is what it is. There's ups. I think there's is genuinely like pros and cons. I think if I had to say, the ultimate thing that you should do that brings the ultimate happiness is probably having a wife and kids. I think, even though I don't have them, from what I understand, and I've heard a lot of people talk about all sorts of things, X, Y, or Z, it sounds like having kids is literally the peak of life. And I probably agree with that 100%. That being said, doesn't mean that you can't have a good, happy life and a fulfilled life 100%. To the degree that you understand it into having a different way of life. So you know what? Everyone, and there's some people that just freaking should not have kids. I'm not saying I'm one of those people. I love kids and I would love to have my own kids, but you know, it's just like different people need different things in life. Even though I think the majority of people, it's like the school situation, right? I think the majority of people would be able to go to a normal public school and just have a fine, normal education. But there are exceptions to the rule where you do things a little bit differently. And when it came to my education, in fact, when it comes to my whole life, I do things the hard way just because I'm a little frick. Failing in high school, elementary school shenanigans with like the learning stuff and the laptop. There's the going to school too, of like going to post-secondary, of like only doing 2 years and then saying frick that and doing other stuff. Going to Japan with not knowing anyone. Like my life is a series of very silly decisions that I've made work through sheer grit. I may not have the discipline, but I do have an iron will, which is distinctly different. Because if it was the same,
but
my
it's
Japanese
related.
would be better. It's related, yeah. My Japanese would be better if I did have discipline without the iron will. So, yeah. So,
yeah, well,
anyways.
I mean, it's in the same way, in the same paradoxical way that like restrictions actually equal more freedom. Some restrictions equal more freedom. More responsibility equals more fulfillment or happiness or like meaning or whatever insert X word that you want to.
Yep.
Like I agree about the kids. It is peak life. Just speaking for myself, there are some people that just it's not for them and they shouldn't have kids. But I also know some people that are on the fence because they don't want to take on that responsibility because from the outside it seems like, well, no, like I'm going to be bogged down and all these things. There's X things I enjoy about my life right now that I will no longer be able to do. And it's like, yes, that's true. And it is not a decision that should be made lightly. But I have found, at least through personal experience, that like that responsibility brings about it happiness in a different way, but much greater than anything that I could have gotten
the sacrifice
without it.
Of free time or happiness or enjoyment of X activity or whatever else it is that you lost is superseded easily by like what you've gained in return.
Yes. Yeah. Right. And like to bring it in a perspective maybe that's like more universal is like work, right? Like not everybody loves their job, and that's not what I'm saying. Like there's some people that genuinely hate their job. If you work in retail, I feel for you. I've worked in retail.
Same.
It's not it's not fun. That's not the kind of job that I'm talking about. But like there are times where I'm just like, I don't want to go to work. Like it's I want to sleep in. I want to do XYZ. Like going to work is such a drag. I wish I could do other things. And like, yeah, like hanging out with my family is like way better than work. But like when I take like long vacations and you almost like become rudderless in a sense, like it's less so now for me because like, again, I have like family and all that stuff. But like before I remember being like, oh, this is great, bro. Like I can do whatever I want. I can sleep in. And then you're like 3 weeks in and you're just like,
I wish I had something that I had to do.
I wish. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the feeling that I get. And it's just like, it's so weird. When I was working, I lamented the time that I had to work, but I never had that feeling. And that feeling after a while is like more suffocating than the like, okay, I know I have to do XYZ, but then after that, I can do whatever I want. And like that after that time is like so much better and you just appreciate it more and it's so much sweeter. And so it's good to take vacations and like you can enjoy that like fullness of time of your time like for a while. And maybe for some people it isn't 3 weeks, maybe it's a month, maybe it's 2 months. But it's been my personal experience that at some point it's just like, man, like, okay, like doing this day after day. Yeah, I wish there was something I had to do. And maybe it's not work. Maybe you find purpose in something else.
Sure.
But that is like a conversation that's like creeping up now with AI a lot. It's like,
true.
Bro, X amount, like a ton of people potentially could be out of work. How do they find meaning in life?
Purpose,
and it's so interesting to me that
responsibility.
Yeah, purpose and meaning is tied to like work in a sense. And yeah, and it's because of that. It's because you need some level of responsibility. And it's not always one-to-one, right? Like if you're a young person and like for me, just speaking personal experience, like my dad died, leaving you in like absolute dire straits because there's like all these like problems that you were unaware of that suddenly feel like they're dumped on you because you got like younger brothers and a distraught mom. It's just like this level of responsibility does not equal more happiness. Okay, take it back.
That's not good.
But on the other hand, there is like a certain threshold.
Sure,
there is like a, how do I explain it? Like, generally, the more responsibility in good things does equal more happiness, if that makes sense,
Sure.
right? It's like a trailing thing, like
but
happiness
as you hit
and responsibility.
like a top percentile of amount of responsibility, it's like a diminishing return, right? You at some point you hit a diminishing return. Like even at the bottom scale, even just a little bit of responsibility is going to massively increase your quality of life and your just general happiness and purpose and whatnot. And then like, maybe 50, 60, 70%, it's like a pretty good scale of like, yeah, this is nice. But then when you hit that like 80, 90, 100% like extreme busyness, responsibility, it's like, okay, technically it increases your happiness to some level, or maybe even it doesn't actually.
At that point, I think it starts to decrease. Yeah.
Right, it starts to decrease, right? So yeah, it's, like I said, balance, man. That's like the fucking saying that I have that just always keeps giving back is like, when in doubt, a balance is always the best. And I felt that exact same way. Like I've noticed that over my time being in Japan, where I've really had to like focus on who I am as like an adult, because like I'm doing everything myself here. Is just like, oh, I'll take 2 weeks off, or I'm going to have 2 weeks vacation because of like circumstances with work or whatever it may be. It's like, this is going to be the greatest 2 weeks of my life. And then like by the second week, I'm just like, I would really just like to do something that like needs to be done. Like I need,
that like makes me feel productive.
Yeah, I need to do something productive and get back to work, because like I'm not even enjoying the like unlimited game time that I have to play games, because I feel like now I'm just like getting restless.
Paradoxical,
or something.
dude.
It's paradoxical.
It's weird realizing that, but
yeah. But then if I work too much, I'm just like starting to get fucking drained from work, and then I'll take like a week off, and I'll come back to work, and I'm just like, hell yeah, man, I feel great. I'm hitting the ground running right now. For me, it's like 1 week. 1 week, even like 3 days is like a great amount, but like 1 week is the perfect amount of like, I'm enjoying all my free time, and now I'm really excited to get back to work on Monday, and I'm just gonna have such a great time, and that'll last me for like easily like 2 or 3 months. And then it's like, 2 or 3 months or so. And then I'm like, okay, I need a little bit more of a break. Maybe like a long weekend here. My schedule, being a voice actor, is super flexible, so I can take all that time off that I need anytime. So like sometimes I'm just like, I need a long weekend. We're going to take a long weekend. That's it. There's nothing to it, right? So yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm very, very freaking fortunate here in Japan. So it's great.
Yeah. I mean, those jobs where you can kind of choose your own schedule, obviously you've talked about like the difficulties of voice acting, because you're constantly looking for new things. But there are jobs where like you generally can choose your own schedule. I think that's like the peak job. Because like you have X amount of things that need to get done, but it doesn't matter when you do it as long as it gets done.
Sure.
People that have managed to find those kinds of jobs, bro, treasure them, because that's like the way to go, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is for YouTube. As long as like I get something done, like the editing gets done in the week at some point, then the freedom is great. However, I will say, like the other voice acting stuff that I have consistently, it is nice to have like a specific time, because if it's like totally loosey-goosey, like I said, I'm a procrastinator, my guy. So for me, I like a little bit more structure, as long as it's not too heavy-handed, and I like having the option of flexibility, right? If it's like, okay, things should be done at X time and in X way, it's like, okay, but if needed, things can be easily flexible, because then it like keeps me into a routine, and I like that. And then when I just am just like, nope, it's break time, then I can be able to take break time anytime. Yeah, I won't go into like what do I do for work, but I fucking love my job so fucking much. Oh my gosh, it's genuinely, I literally last week we went to the Tokyo Game Show, so this is gonna be weird for anyone not watching 2 weeks ahead, but I went to the Tokyo Game Show, so I took 2 days off from work, and I was so excited to go back to work on Monday. I was so freaking pumped. I was like, hell yes, nice. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'm just, I could not be more grateful for my situation in Japan. Like, it's amazing. So anyways, and then we're doing this, like this whole freaking thing is just incredible too. So yeah. Hopefully we get full time at some point. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Help please. Okay. All right. Well, George, without further ado, shall we get to some comments?
Let's do it.
All right. I got a comment from Patreon from Liviant. I
Something
also
like
really
that.
like,
Yeah.
I really like that you also caught the bro-con little sister trope being used as a plot device for Kaede's arc. When I initially watched the show, I sometimes shared sentiments with George about Kaede's antics, and ironically enough, those episodes made me miss her old presence. Yeah, this comment was an easy highlight for me because I totally agree. I like, this is gonna sound weird, stay with me. I like the little sister, bro-con little sister like archetype. I think it's very cute. I really like it a lot. Old Kaede, or I guess bro-con Kaede, was like one of my favorite characters. She's just so adorable, and I miss her so much. And I'm so sad. I'm freaking so sad she's gone, which is just so disappointing. But I do like that they like it was more than just a trope, that they turned it into something meaningful and special, and it just made it so much better that it wasn't just a trope. It was like a real thing they built into the story, and it just made me appreciate the old Kaede so much more. So I just, anything to highlight Kaede and her awesome arc. This movie obviously was like all about Kaede as well. I like this Kaede a lot. But it's just like, because in real life, I wouldn't like this kind of person probably, because it would be kind of weird. But in anime, I like the more characteristically tropey kind of cute sister character. Again, I'm just saying it. I'm not trying to, don't read into it more than it is. It's just cute. That's it. So, like, I'm sad that she's gone. I wish that she wasn't. But, you know, what I was saying was, like, I like this Kaede here, and I'm glad that we had this. But obviously, I don't like her as much as the caricature version of, like, that trope. But yeah, the reason I highlighted that was because I like the way they did it. I like the character a lot. And yeah, so thank you very much for the comment and for being a member on Patreon. That's awesome.
Yes.
I will say,
Thank you indeed.
before George, I don't know if you're going to say anything more on that, but before you do, there were a lot of comments that hilariously referenced George thinking about Shoko's bare feet, that she was in bare feet, and when she was actually in shoes, George. I don't know why you were thinking about her bare feet. Those comments were hilarious, and that's fantastic. I love that. So highlight to all those comments. That's good stuff.
The feet obsession is, I know a lot of people play it up just to be silly, but then there's a lot of people that legitimately have a obsession. We'll say it that way.
Which one is it, George? Which one is it?
And I do not understand it. It's not like I enjoy gross feet, but it's not like feet are elevated to me more than like nice hands or whatever, right?
Sure.
Like I like a nice pair of hands, but it's not like, oh man, look at that girl's hands, bro. Look at her ankles. Oh my goodness.
You know what?
That's yeah.
I'm going to be maybe a little too transparent here, but I'm going to say something. We talked, like, I feel like at the beginning of the anime club, at some point we talked about like feet fetish because it came up. And I was just like, I don't get it at all. It's really weird. My opinion, I'm not saying I have a foot fetish at this point, but my opinion has actually softened on this whole topic. I was just like, you know what? There's a character that came out recently, Seed, in Zenless Zone Zero, and there's been like weirdly Withering Waves also had a character come out that was related to feet. Like all these like feet stuff happened. My opinion has softened. I agree. I'm not like the whole like, oh yeah, look at her feet or her toes, or I want to do X, Y, or Z, or her ankles. Like I don't get that to that degree. But I'm not like as weirded out and grossed out as I was before. Like before, it was just like, whoever likes feet is freaking weird. Like I don't get feet at all. Like I was just like, I don't understand feet. There's zero appeal. But over time, I think it was that moment I started thinking about it actively, and I was like, you know what? Feet aren't that bad, actually. You know.
So you've progressed on the foot fetish freaking spectrum.
I kind of have.
And you're gonna
I worried at some point that I was like, I'm not gonna go like full foot fetish at some point, am I? Like I've softened my opinion, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go full like weirdo foot. But no, I've like, it's been a while that I've kind of landed in this like, you know, feet are nice. That's it. And like I'm not gonna go more, and I haven't gone anymore. I don't think I'm gonna go back. I'm just like, I've rested in a good balanced spot of like, actually feet are pretty okay. So Anyways, there's Graham oversharing, I guess. I just wanted to make that parallel here. I actually it's funny we're talking about this. I posted a meme just recently on the Discord of like the acceptable attraction or fetishization. So like it shows a leg, and like the green portion of the leg at the top at the thigh is like green, totally fine. But like the further you go down, the more unacceptable the fetish becomes. You know what? I don't have the foot fetish, but that seems a little unfair.
I think part of it is because the people that typically legitimately have the foot fetish are also weird.
True. Yeah, that's
they're
fair. Yeah,
they're
they kind
weird.
of ruin it for everyone.
And it makes it, they make it like,
I'm going to push back on that, actually.
Maybe it's, they don't actually do it, and it's the people that pretend to, and their like weird obsession with it is what makes it weird.
I don't actually agree. I think that's not true, actually. I think, because I've seen, how many freaking comments have you seen like, oh, I want to freaking lick her thighs or grab her thighs or have her thighs, I want to squish my head in between her thighs, or I want her to sit on me, you know, and it has to do with like thighs or whatever. There's so many things, weird things that people say related to thighs. Yes, but it's
like,
not.
I want her to crush my head. Like, bro, why?
But
who says that?
But like, you can appreciate on some level thighs as a appreciator of thighs more than you can like feet, right? If someone said like, I'm a thighs guy, you'd be like, ah, yeah, thick girls with nice thighs. Or if someone said, I'm a feet guy, you'd be like, don't talk to me, please. Actually, you could just back up a little bit. That'd be great. Right?
I think it's because feet typically are like more dirty, I guess. Maybe that's part of it. But I also don't see like feet different. I can't even believe we're talking. Why are we talking about this, bro? This is the dumbest conversation I've ever had in my life. Oh my gosh. What is happening with me? But
yes, go
just
on.
to close off, again, like, I mean, if you see somebody, man or woman, and they have like dirty fingernails and like, you know, their hands are just like unkept and whatever, it's just like, okay, that's you. There's like, it puts you off. But if you see someone who's like got like nice hands, right, or like they just came out of like
it's a pleasing thing
manicure
to see.
or whatever. It's just like, oh, this is like, that's pretty. Yeah, like it's pretty hands. But it's not like, oh, the hands. Oh my goodness. Right? Like I see feet like in the same kind of realm, I guess, right? Or when like when, you know, there's like a dress that like exposes your shoulders or whatever. It's just like, oh, these are like nice shoulders. But it's not like the shoulders, right? It's just like, I can appreciate it, but it's not like, feet are no different than like any other body part.
Sure.
Right?
That makes sense.
Like butt and thighs and like boobs, okay, like those are kind of different, I guess.
So see, you do think the thighs are different. Okay, there you go. You just said it.
Because it's like, I don't even exactly know if this is right, but it's more so like the lizard brain signs of fertility kind of stuff. Whereas like if a woman sees a dude with muscles, like there's a reaction there because like, there's a fit, healthy there's a fit, healthy individual, but it's not even like probably a conscious thought of like, I am attracted to this person because they're strong, right? But like,
it's just like
I'm sure there is a label of that in there, right? Yeah, same thing with dudes. I'm sure there's like a level of like, oh, this is a healthy female kind of lizard brain reaction. So that's why I do think those are different. But the rest of the body parts is just like a
normal.
It's nice. When it's nice, but it's not like this obsession. Like I don't get it. Anyways, weirdest conversation ever.
I generally agree with what you're saying. I will never understand, and I definitely will not change my stance on this. I won't understand the like dirty feet comments. I'm sure most of them are memeing. That I'll never understand because I generally like cleanliness like quite a bit. So that will like dirty hands even or anything that's dirty, I'm just not interested. So I'll never understand that. But I will say there is like now that we're talking about this, I haven't thought about this until this exact conversation, to be very clear, because I'm going to say something that sounds kind of weird on the surface now that I thought it in my brain. But you were talking about like, I don't see a difference between like hands and feet and stuff. And I was like, do I think, because that made me think, do I see a difference? Like, I like nice hands, but I think for some reason, feet have a cuter quality than hands. I'm not sure what it is, but that was like the thought I had of like, do I feel that they're the same? And I was like, no, I don't actually. I think there's some quality to feet that make them cuter than hands. It's not like I'm like all about feet, like, oh, feet, blah, 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 whatever. Like, I'm not taking it that far. I'm just saying like, oh, actually, like in my brain, for some reason, I do think there's a difference. I'm not quite sure why, but you know, there it is. So.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it.
You're totally allowed to have that. I wonder it's because like you see hands all the time.
I want
like
that's
people
yeah,
don't
right?
wear gloves, right? Like
right.
you wear shoes,
right?
Like, but you see hands like they're waving or you shake hands or whatever, right? It's like all there.
Or maybe
I wonder
it's
if
like
it's something to do with that.
The length, like maybe hands just aren't as cute because they're like long, right? There's not like as much of a cute quality to something that's like so like long, maybe. Right, because I don't associate someone like if there's like a tall girl, like sure, I'm not sorry to any tall girls out there. I'm gonna make a slight analogy here. I'm not saying you can't be cute, but I'm saying like everyone can generally accept that there's some kind of cute factor to things that are shorter or like smaller, right? Like I have a bottle, and I found a bottle that was literally this exact same bottle, but it was like this big. It was like a little mini-sized version, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. Like I was dating a Japanese girl at the time, and I was just like, oh my gosh, isn't this so cute? Like I was just so happy. And she's like, you really love cute stuff. And I was like, I really do. But like it was the fact that it was so cute or so small that made it kind of cute. So I wonder if like, I wonder if that's like a factor. Like fingers are long, but like feet are kind of more compact, kind of like the feet are long, but like the fucking toes aren't. They're like small. So I wonder if that factors in, but it could be like you don't see it very often.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want to think about it too hard because I'm afraid of freaking overthinking that whole thing and just. Ugh. But we'll just leave it at there. That's just food for thought. If you want to think
believe we got
more about
dragged
feet
into this conversation, dude. Moving on to my comment.
Very
Please.
good.
Mine is from YouTube, and it's from Some Gamer Does Gaming. Great username, by the way.
Nice. That's awesome.
A member as well.
Oh, nice.
And it is a bit of a prophetic comment because this is on the finale.
Oh.
But
okay.
The comment says, I do believe the movie right after the season might bump up Bunny Girl Senpai to an 8 or a 9 because that movie was fantastic. Part of the reason why I chose this comment was because, yes, this is kind of true. Like, that movie did recontextualize and make me appreciate the season 1 on a new level, but also because it gives a nice little leeway into talking about like the rating of this movie. And I felt like this movie, it wasn't as enjoyable as the last one. Last one was just like a peak, but I thought it was still a very good movie. I thought it was good.
I thought from a fictional story perspective, the first movie was obviously much better. But the tone and the subject matter of the second movie is like, I noticed while we were talking throughout the movie and after, like most of the subjects that we talked about were like related to freaking real life. Like we were barely talking about the anime itself. We were talking about the real life concepts that the show wanted to tackle, and that caused us to kind of think and talk about those things. And I was like, oh wow, like we're not talking really about the show. Like when we finish Uma Musume, well, actually, Uma Musume, we do talk about a lot of random podcast-esque like random subjects. But with like Uma Musume, we talk a lot about like the characters and the races and stuff like that. And other shows we talk a lot about like the show because like that's what the show is about the things that happen in this fictional setting in the show. But this movie was not like that at all. Like this was like real life dabbed with some extraordinary supernatural stuff mixed in.
Yeah,
so
true.
It was very different vibe from the last one. And I thought it was, like you said, it's very enjoyable, broached some interesting topics, and it had like, some intrigue and stuff. So I thought it was good. It was a good story. It wasn't as fantastical as the first movie, and I wouldn't rate it as highly, but it was still really good.
Yeah, and on that point, like the topics that it kind of tackled a little bit, they're more applicable to like most people's lives. And
Sure.
so in that sense, it's like way more useful of a movie. Not everything can be applied not every story rather can be applied in your life. But as a general rule, I do try and take lessons from things that I consume, like media that I consume, be it anime now, or like books or movies or TV shows and stuff. And so I appreciate when there's like some crossing of that applying to your life threshold that media can achieve. And yeah, you're right. This did do that much better than the previous movie. So props to it.
Yeah, for sure.
But okay.
All right. Very good.
Thank you guys so much for your comments. Everybody, we always say we wish we could highlight them all, but keep them coming because we at least read them, even if we don't highlight them here. And if you want to see this 2 weeks ahead of time, check out the Patreon or the channel membership. We got a lot of other anime that we've reacted to, so check out the channel while you're at it. Got a bunch of playlists there, so if something catches your fancy, check it out. And it's one of the fun things is seeing when one of our old videos gets picked up and people like go through it commenting, or we see the view count increase for like a certain playlist and stuff. So that's always cool. But with that, we'll see you guys next week for the final movie.
See ya.
Take care.